18-year-old Yulia Lavrenchuk. And her choice of music for this short program, Springtime in Vienna. Just taking a moment to settle down before the start of this program. Good speed. Triple Lutz, double toe loop. Well, that was a corker. Unusual position to take off from. Normally, skaters would go right deep into the corner. She did it in the center of the ring. Double axel. A lot of length. She really is covering some ice. Triple toe loop, very confident. Well, that was super because there was no hesitation between the linking steps and the jump itself. Well, she's only ranked number 3 in the Ukraine, but for me, that was a much, much better performance than their reigning champion, Elena Liashenko, who leads the competition at the moment. This is Yulia Lavrenchuk. And she just had so much speed from the start of that program, and the jumps were there, the spins were good, the step sequence looked very powerful. Interesting on the spiral step routine, it was a spiral, a couple of back crosses, another spiral, a bit more speed, and another spiral. The spirals were great, but it was like, I must keep this speed going and that attack all the time. She did have a little spin in there. I don't know whether it would count as an extra element if some of the judges looked at that, because you're not allowed to put more in than you're required to have. It's a little bit dangerous to be doing that, but the toe loop, great quality, and the opening combination too, excellent. You see on some of the jumps, here's a look at that look. She has a little bit of a lean on it, but because she gets so good knee bend at the end, look right down into that right knee, she's got time to straighten herself up and set herself up for that double toe. Here's a look at the takeoff again. It must be off an outside edge. You can see that left foot right over on the outside. Good position in the air. Left foot up and out of the way. Super stuff. Good position in the layback spin. Well, for me, that was better than Liashenko. And that should set the standard. But we'll have to wait and see what the judges do with it. She's pleased. She couldn't have done any better, that's for sure. Certainly a performance that has put the cat amongst the pigeons. 18th last year. And the speed into like the triple toe loop was very impressive. It was great stuff. Well, I'm pleased to see that. 2 judges have her in second place behind Liashenko, but the majority have her in front at the moment, and I think that's the right decision.
5 zeros through to 5.6 for required elements. That's good judging from the Finnish judge. And 5.1 up to 5.3. Or 5.5 from the Italian there for presentation.
They're leaving themselves room at the moment, aren't they?
This is Irina Slutskaya from Russia. Now 17 years of age. A choice of music, Phantom on Ice.
Triple Lutz, double toe loop, not a lot of speed at all into the toe loop, but still made it count. Triple loop, again using the step sequence to rotate to get the right position to make the loop take off easier.
That really was actually a very, very difficult takeoff position because the left foot was off the ice all the time.
On the double axel.
She even has the audacity to do it with one arm above her head. Brilliant camel spin. Well, that really was a complete performance. Some super spins, particularly that combination spin at the end. Double axel with one hand above the head. Perhaps not as much speed through the combination, the triple Lutz, double toe. But all in all, great performance. The defending champion fighting hard here, and she now throws down the gauntlet and says, beat that if you can.
Seemed like to me she looked very determined, and she had this look in her eye when she started off, but she was making the most of every element, making sure that the spins had more than the required number of rotations, making it, you know, doing the loop as the triple jump and the takeoff into that. You know, everything was making it as though I'm trying to win this competition. I'm not taking it easy on any element.
No, she didn't take any easy options at all. There, you can see a little bit forwards on the landing of that triple Lutz, but still gets the double toe in. One hand up above the head. I haven't got any problems, she says. And look at this position in the spin. Oh, Nicky, if you did that, you'd never walk again, mate. Here's a double axel. Now watch her arm on this. Look at that. Much harder to get the rotation and to keep control of it. Superb. Beautiful knee bend on the landing.
It's like she's really... It's more than a gauntlet going down. It's like, I can do this, can you do it? Like, as well as this. You know, not just doing the elements, but doing them superbly. And there was equal emphasis on the jumps as well as the steps, as well as the spins.
Yes, it really was a complete performance, and there every judge has her in first place, and very good marks as well. That will take some beating. They've left room. There's a long, long way to go. Some good skaters still to come. But 5.6 through to 5.8 there for the required elements, and 5.5 through to 5.8 for presentation. The French judge 5.7 and 5.8. Great set of marks. She leads at the moment for Hungary.
Combination, lots of speed. Triple toe loop, triple toe loop. Dug out the triple lutz. She had tremendous speed into that and really had a delay on the takeoff. And a long, high double axel. A little bit short on the rotation on the layback spin there. What about that? Well, she's been inconsistent in practice, but she got it together when it mattered. Certainly the best performance that I've seen from her. Krisztina Czako from Hungary. Me too, by far the best performance she's done in a championship that I've seen. The quality on the opening elements too was excellent. The program holds your interest. It's a different girl. Certainly is. It was a cracking combination. She was flying down the center of the rink and got down in the knee on the takeoff. There's her father who coaches her back home in Budapest.
Hi.
Czakó. There's that triple toe. A monster at first jump, down in the right knee, drives the right leg through for the second one. Good elevation on that as well. See, hanging onto the toe rake, but she gets a running edge. That is worth a good mark. And you can see the concentration in between those jumps. These pictures are great, getting us in tight. And even to making sure she held the second jump. Her experience, she knows that she has to let the judges see that everything is just foot sure and perfect. Loads of length on the double axel. A real corker, wasn't it? The 5th European Championships. Much better presentation on the end of the jumps. Yes, the presentation is a totally different thing this year. It's always been technically quite good, although a little bit fragile under pressure. But the presentation, I've never seen her with a landing position like that. They've obviously worked very, very hard through the summer months. And a marvellous improvement there from Krisztina Czako.
And it just takes half a second or a second, just that holding position on the end of the jumps, which makes it so much more impressive.
Now it'll be interesting to see what the judges do with her. She's not had the best of seasons so far. 5th in the La Ligue trophy. That was her best result. 9th in the NHK trophy. 6th in the Russian Cup. So, a bit of a dilemma, I think, for the judges now. What are they going to do? I think possibly in behind Irina Slutskaya. Let's see. Indeed she is. Well, the Swedish judge has her down in 5th place. That is very harsh indeed, but the majority have them in 2nd place. That's where she goes. The French judge has her down in 3rd, behind Lavrenchuk. But Krisztina Czako splits Slutskaya and Lavrenchuk. 2nd place at the moment. And the competition is hotting up. Beaming smile. So there, a few last-minute words of wisdom from Didier Lucine to his protégé. What a talent she is. Silver medalist in the national championships this year, behind Surya Bonaly. 3rd in the Nations Cup. Fantastic performance. This is 18-year-old Vanessa Gusmeroli from France, and her music from the soundtrack of The Mask.
Triple Lutz double toe loop, just the 2 feet catching.
Well, in fact, it was a double loop, and that left foot was very, very low.
Triple loop that time.
That was a cracker. Good speed across the ice and very, very sharp on the landing.
Lovely double axel.
Well, this is inspirational stuff, and the crowd right behind her.
Loads of life, great timing.
Well, at last, the French have something to shout about in this ladies' competition. Marvellous, and the French flags flying high. Vanessa Gusmeroli at her best.
And she really seems to react well to skating on French soil, having a lot to prove and going out there and doing it.
Well, the crowd got right behind her, right from the word go. A dicey moment on that combination, but she hung on in there. The other elements were brilliant. Now, I don't think that she'll finish ahead of Slutskaya, but possible. She could be ahead of Czako. It's going to be close. Here's that combination. Triple Lutz. Great elevation. Just a touchdown with the left foot. She did well because it's hard to gain control keeping that left leg in front. Good position in the layback spin. Well, I thought the other elements were exceptional. Remember, Krisztina Czako did that triple-triple combination, toe loop, toe loop. So possibly Vanessa will be looking to go perhaps into third place. What do you think, Nicky?
Chris, I don't know. I thought the Swiss girl would be higher than she was, so in this one, I mean, I liked the performance, but it didn't, in parts, it didn't have the strength to me of some of the others, so I'll bow to your wisdom here.
Right, well, it was definitely better than Surya Bonaly, who's in fourth place at the moment. Yulia Lavrenchuk made a mistake. She's in third. I'd have her in third place. I loved it. I enjoyed the music. I thought the expression was great, particularly at the end there. Once all the elements were out of the way, she really went for broke on the presentation.
Yeah, the music was great for the crowd, and the expression and the steps. It's very, very good. Professional. And loads of life and energy.
Well, she's got better as the season's gone on. Started this season in 7th place in Skate America, pulled up to 4th place in the Lally Trophy in this very arena, and then went to Gelsenkirchen, won the bronze medal there in the Nations Cup. All of those events, champion series events, and not bad for a lady that was the French national water skiing champion, eh?
All-round athlete.
Well, the judges taking their time. It's a bit of a quandary. Where are they going to put her? Well, look at that, into second place ahead of Krisztina Czako. The Croatian judge actually has her in first place. The Swedish judge down in 9th. I can't quite understand that. 4.6 for the required elements. Well, must have been watching a different program. But it's second place for Vanessa Gusmeroli, behind Irina Slutskaya, ahead of Krisztina Czako. And that means Surya Bonaly, the 5-time champion, moves down to 5th place now. They're just composing herself. It's, the lady that will be performing next from the Czech Republic. It's 22-year-old Lenka Kulovana. This is her 6th time competing in these championships. The Czech champion. Her music entitled Romance for Lenka. And she's planning to do the same combination as Krisztina Czako, the triple toe, triple toe. Done. Well, that was tremendous because the first one was a little off shape, and she dug in hard on that second one. She's a beautiful style.
Salchow, no hesitations going into that. And there's the double axel. So graceful.
Well, a clincher of the fist there at the end from Lenka Kulovana. So often she's promised so much. 5th in the European Championships back in 1991 and 92. But since then, she's never been able to regain that sort of form. But back to top form in 97. Marvellous stuff. She can hardly believe it.
That was a really lovely routine. She looked so calm and confident when she went out there. Great elements. But it is the grace as well, isn't it? It's just lovely to watch on the ice.
Well, it was quite something, because a colleague of ours, Joan Hannipal, was saying at the beginning of the competition that Lenka Kulovana could go out there, perform this triple toe combination and be right up in contention, and she's done just that. Well, that was out of the top drawer, wasn't it? She did it, an exact replica in the warm-up. Renewed confidence. The trouble is that she doesn't have all the big jumps in her repertoire, and wherever she finishes on the short program, she's going to drop in the free. She just can't compete with the big jumpers. Here's that Czako. Great to see her performing well.
And that was a lovely jump as well. The steps going into it just flowed very nicely. Yeah, great position, swan-like.
Czako doesn't carry quite as high a tariff as the loop or the flip, but the triple toe combination, very difficult indeed. And beaming smiles from these two. Now I hope the beams remain once the marks come up. Not quite sure what I would do with this one. Maybe 4th or 5th place. 5th maybe, behind Lavrenchuk. Certainly ahead of Bonaly. Oh, ahead of Lavrenchuk. 4th place for Lenka Kulovana at this stage. Well, that is good news. Just behind Gusmeroli, that's good judging. 8th place from the Austrian. 9th from the Slovenian.
They're delighted, aren't they? And well deserved. Great skating.
It is deserved, because she's hung on, you know, through the last couple of years where she's been 11th, 16th, 13th. She's hung on and come here, really fought hard, skated like she knew she was capable of. Great to see her up there again. Well done, both of you.
So the Czech Republic finishes one place outside the medals, behind Gusmeroli, Czako and the gold medalist Irina Slutskaya.
Lying in 5th place, just behind Lenka Kulovana. This is Yulia Lavrenchuk, 18 years of age, from Kiev. And her music for this free program is Malaguena.
She did an excellent short, loads of speed. And the first jump is the triple lutz. In the corner, but in the centre of the rink on the positioning.
I'm glad she landed it, because she'd have gone straight through the boards at that speed.
Next is a loop. She had a problem with it in the qualifying round. Clean. Great jump.
Well, that was magnificent. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do a loop at that speed.
Again, very strong. Just time to get her breath back now. Motors. Triple Salchow. Superb quality in the jumps. Loop, just a slip away. And that's supposedly the easiest of the triples she's attempted.
What a power-packed program, and she skated that at 100 miles an hour. She didn't hold back at all, and there's a real medal prospect there now. Lying in 5th place, she's put some pressure on the big names that are Czakó. Some of those jumps were unbelievable. The triple loop to sit on that back outside edge at that speed takes nerves of steel.
Great quality in the jumps and really impressive speed. The one thing I suppose you could say is that sometimes the choreography wasn't quite there. Surya Bonaly on the ice, that's why you can hear the crowd going. She's just warming up a little bit. But for Ulia, I just thought she was excellent in the attack and the approach. Just lost that toe loop at the end. That could be really important, but 4 quality high jumps.
There's a look again at the triple lutz. Speed across the ice. There's that loop.
The only thing about it is, as far as an overall program was concerned, you knew when the next jump was going to come because the choreography stopped and we were getting ready for it, and we'd go around the rink as fast as we could and take off.
The slow section was as fast across the ice as any other part of the program, wasn't it? She never stopped from start to finish.
Loads of strength, and whereas some of the skaters will just ease back before the jump, that wasn't the case. Just the floor as far as the jumps are concerned.
Such a pity. Seemed to over-rotate a little bit on that. Gave it a little bit too much, and obviously she must be very, very tired towards the end to skate for 4 minutes at that pace. Takes some doing. Must know what she had for breakfast.
The technical stuff. The technical mark should be impressive, and the artistic might hold her back just a little.
Well, it's very, very tight at the top. 18th in these championships last year. This is her 3rd time competing in the European Championships. Only managed 3rd in the Ukrainian National Championships. Now we wait and see. 9th in the Cup of Russia. 13th in the Nebelhorn Trophy in August last year. Took place in Oberstdorf, and well, look at that. She's in fact 2nd on the free behind Marie Butyrskaya, but leads at the moment Yulia Lavrenchuk for the Ukraine. Of age from Budapest in Hungary, this is Krisztina Czako. And a choice of music here for the free program is the soundtrack of The Addams Family, and the program has been choreographed by the enigmatic Igor Bobrin.
And she was excellent in the short. Double axel to start. Loads of height makes it look easy. Triple lutz next. Just a double. Triple flip. The double toe loop.
She can put a step between the two jumps. She won't want to make any more mistakes. A lot of pressure on her. No Hungarian woman has ever won this title.
Czakó.
Triple loop.
Problems again on the flip. That's better. Clean toe loop.
Well, has she done enough? A completely different look there from Krisztina Czako. Fantastic choreography. She now is the complete skater. She said in the press conference yesterday that she knew she always had the technical ability. Now with the new choreography from Igor Bobrin, she feels she's got it all.
And of course, those of you that have seen the Addams Family will know Thing, the hand that comes out of the box. And she picked out that in the choreography and made some fun of it and also some drama. So it's clever to take something, transpose it onto the ice. But there was Some bits missing from what she could have done within that program. Just 3 clean triple jumps. And the double axel at the end should have been really in combination. Bit scrappy, particularly the flips, hands down, and the first combination not working well. So she could have gone out there and really taken this championship. That first Lutz, she didn't go really alpha lever into the triple. She just took it easy on a double. That surprised me, actually. Not going for the triple. It was, you know, she had this championship almost within her grasp if she'd gone for it a little bit stronger.
Well, I have to say, when I think back over the last couple of years at her performances, that's by far and away the best that she's done. She's always promised so much, but failed to deliver under pressure. And it's always been jump, jump, jump. There's been no choreography. Look at that triple loop. This was an absolute cracker. No, I think that's definitely the best I've seen her skate. She's been 6th in these championships 3 times. Look at this. You can imagine Igor Bobrin doing this, can't you? And she did it so well. Here's the Salchow back inside edge. No problems with that. Really good deep knee bend on the landings.
And it's almost like she's changed gear at this competition, and you know, she can build on it. I think when you're near the top of the competition, it's like being on the top of a high wall sometimes and looking down. It's easier that when the wall isn't that high, but the higher it gets, the further it is to fall, and the more pressure there can be. And you know, some can really build on that and take it by the scruff of the neck, and others hold back. This, the start of the program, just didn't get it right and doubled out on the Lutz.
Yeah, the timing was wrong at the beginning. She let the left shoulder go a little bit too early, and the whole thing slipped away from her.
She was going for it by the look of that, though. She was attempting it, just didn't feel right in the air, so stopped the rotation.
Yeah, absolutely. The timing was wrong, and there's a very, very proud man, Georgi Czako, her father, and her mother works with her as well. So currently in first place, there are 2 skaters to go. Now, the place marks, as you can see there, are all over the place. 9th to 3rd for the placing there on the free. She's actually 3rd overall in the free. Butyrskaya is leading the free skating section. Lavrenchuk 2nd, Czako 3rd, but it's Czako that leads the competition overall. So now to the final skater in the competition, and this young lady could make skating history. Russia have won 3 of the 4 events in these European Championships. If they make it a clean sweep, that will be the first time that it's ever been done. She was the first Russian skater ever to win the ladies' competition last year. They've won every discipline in the European Championships, but never the ladies. Now, can she make it a clean sweep for Russia? Leading after the short program, the defending champion, Irina Slutskaya. Just 17 years of age, from Moscow. In this program entitled Phantom on Ice.
Lutz to start. Oh, and she held up the free leg to make it count with a combination after. Triple Salchow. Next. Yes. triple toe loop, the double toe loop after. Scheduled triple, perfectly done, triple toe loop. And the double axel, surely this is enough to take the gold. Triple Salka in combination, just in case you need any more technical content. And that wasn't there in the qualifying rounds.
Marvellous. Well, nerves of steel from Irina Slutskaya. The defending champion had to wait right to the end of the competition, and she's put in an outstanding performance. It's almost been half an hour since the warm-up session. She'll have been pacing around backstage, and she's kept her composure. 5 good quality triples, by far and away the best quality jumping that we've had in this competition, and that must be enough to win her the gold medal.
She looked very confident and calm in the warm-up too, and she's looked really assured, matured a lot in the last years as she's moved up there, and she knows what she has to do. You can see when a champion becomes a champion, they kind of take on a new persona, they get this belief in themselves, and she went out there and she knew what she had to do, even to the point of putting an extra jump at the end just to make sure. So late on in the program, putting that Salko in.
Well, she's had a very, very positive season indeed. Competed in 3 Champion Series events. She's made her way into the final, first in all 3 events. And just looking at her making her way onto the kiss and cry area there, she was hobbling a bit, and you can see the right foot is quite heavily strapped. I don't know if it's giving her a little bit of jip now. Certainly didn't seem to bother her during the performance.
First ball.
So at the moment it's Czakó leading, Lavrenchuk for the Ukraine in second place, Butyrskaya for Russia in third. Here's the Lutz at the beginning. Marvellous elevation. Head slightly to the left, that's good. Not quite sharp enough for that left leg at the end, but she keeps the free leg off, puts a turn in, double toe with the left arm aloft. Well, the spins are good, the polish is there.
I think she's going to have to maybe just pull out a little bit more at Worlds, though, even than this, because it was a very, very, very good performance. But I just wonder when the Americans and the Canadians join us, and the Japanese, of course, as well, and the Chinese.
Yes, so World Championships is going to be something very, very special indeed. So we wait, and there it is, confirmation. Irina Slutskaya for Russia defends her crown. Every judge has her in first place on the free, with the exception of the Slovenian judge, and that is history in the making. Russia, the first country ever to have a clean sweep of all 4 gold medals at a European Championships. Tremendous stuff, and she is hobbling around. A big hug there for Zana Gromova. And a beaming smile from 17-year-old Irina Slutskaya. So next to skate, the lady that won the bronze medal in the European Championships in 1995, finished in 4th place last year, winning her qualification round. This is Elena Liashenko from the Ukraine.
So remember, 8 required elements in this short program. 3 jumps, one of those in combination, 3 spins and 2 step sequences, all within 2 minutes 40 seconds. And a great start. Triple Lutz, double toe loop.
Well, that was really of the highest quality. She was flying around the rink. Oh, she made heavy weather of that, just hanging on to the triple toe. Well, the triple jump must be preceded by steps or linking movements. She did that well, but very dicey on the landing.
Excellent double axel.
Now the jumps are all out the way. You can see that smile on her face.
Marking the start and the end of the straight line step sequence.
Well, Elena Liashenko sets the standard, winning her qualification round quite easily. She was probably in the easiest group, although there was the 5-time European champion Surya Bonaly in there and Laetitia Hubert. But nevertheless, she looks in splendid form and very, very confident indeed. But 5-1 there, up to 5.6 for presentation. But they haven't done her any favours, that's for sure. But of course, there's 28 other competitors in this competition. Fighting back from injury, she's had terrible trouble with her Achilles tendon since May last year. Hasn't recovered completely and has only competed in her national championships. This is Surya Bonaly.
Good speed. Triple combination, 2 toe loops. Double axel, flying in the air but strong on the landing.
long into the Salchow. A very expensive mistake. And short on the flying spin as well. Well, there were 3 major errors in that program. She was in fact short on that last spin as well. Should have done 6 turns on the back foot. She should have done 8 turns in the flying spin. I only counted 6. And that major error on the Salchow. So we've got deductions of getting on for a whole mark there for the first set of marks. Well, some marks that will be very tough to swallow. Remember, she's won the title 5 times, silver medalist last year, and at the moment in 3rd place. So now to last year's bronze medalist, now 24 years of age, from Moscow. One of my favorite lady skaters. This is Marie Butyrskaya. Just taking her time, very sensible indeed. Won a qualification round, and she's been Russian champion for the last 3 years. In good form here in Paris. But it's the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds that counts.
Flip, missed. Great expression from the first moment of the program right into the jump. And that will cost her very dear. And just made the loop, triple loop. Double axel, but even problems with that, the jump's not working today. A lot of speed, but not a lot of content in the first half of that step sequence.
Well, bitter disappointment for Maria Butyrskaya. I was expecting a little more than that, and I'm sure she was too. Wonderful style. She looks great out there, but today was not her day. The triple flip she was struggling with in the 6-minute warm-up prior to the performance. And a look of dismay on her face. She must feel very despondent indeed.
Yeah, I don't think she can quite believe it. And not sure we can either. Nothing was really working properly out there after that first jump. She has such quality in the presentation. But really, even the double axel was causing problems.
Certainly was. Here's a look at that combination again. No knee bend with the right leg once she'd done the spot, so not a lot of height on the jump. You can see her landing on 2 feet. Just hadn't got the time to go through with the landing. And the end result there for all to see. Well, this is where she really does excel. The spiral sequence was good. And to think that she beat Slutskaya in the national championships. Slutskaya in the lead of the competition at the moment. Maria would have come out and felt that she had a real chance of taking this championship this year.
And on the technical content, she could end up being very low.
Yes, here's one of the easiest elements, the double axel. You can see no knee bend at all. She's gone down with the body, but that right knee not working at all, and the skate struggling to hang on. I have to say, I don't think that's one of the best programs I've seen from her either. I didn't really enjoy the choreography. Such an artistic
there was one little look to die for, and apart from that, didn't really have what she normally has. I mean, the music's great and it fits the costume and everything, but it just wasn't happening.
Well, the mark's coming up, and she doesn't want to sit in the kiss and cry area. A frown there as she sees that 7th placing up on the boards. And there was a silver medal back in 1995 for this lady. 23-year-old Olga Markova from Russia. Another skater with incredible musical interpretation. And a touch of the Torvlandines now as she skates to Bolero.
Triple Lutz, the hesitation for the toe loop.
Just going to get a deduction of at least 0.2 there for that error on the combination. Did very, very, very well to get the second jump out.
Disaster. The loop after the step sequence, not happening at all. Double axel. That had a nice quality to it, as does the skating.
the edges through the step sequence. So 2 very big mistakes for Olga Markova. That's interesting, isn't it? There must have been a little bit of a battle between the Russian camp. Markova second in the national championships, Butyrskaya the champion, all trying to keep ahead of Irina Slutskaya, who went out and put in a brilliant performance early on in the competition. She's put the pressure on these two. And look at that, down in 8th place behind her teammate Butyrskaya. Hard to swallow. 4th from the Swedish judge. Well, she's been injured for the past year. She's had 2 knee operations, and this is her first major international competition since competing in the World Championships back in 1995. We wish her the best of luck.
Lutz, the combination won't count at all.
It's a shame, she seemed to catch her edge just on the last couple of feet of that back outside edge before the toe went in.
Triple toe loop, and there was a delay before the takeoff, and the rules say there shouldn't be, so a little deduction there. Good double axel.
Well, what a pity. Super program. Good she can smile about it, because for a moment I thought she'd got that Lutz at the beginning. She made the 3 turns, she had tremendous speed, but just not quick enough on the landing to hang on to it. And I have to say the speed across the ice was obviously a lot better, but Hubert slots into 8th place now, just ahead of Olga Markova, so she in fact splits the Russian pair. Maria Butyrskaya in 7th.
On the ice,
So this young lady finished in 7th place last year, down in 18th after a very, very disappointing short program. Now 19 years of age, from Warsaw. This is Susanna Sved.
She attempted 4 triples in the qualifying round, only managed 1 clean. She'll need to do more than that today to move up. Triple flip, double toe loop, but the hands down.
The same error that she made in the short program.
Excellent triple lutz. Only managed a double in the qualifier and a double axel to follow. Strong toe loop. Triple loop, and you can see she's got her right ankle heavily strapped.
Czakó on the first attempt, but got a cracker on the second.
Feel for the music there. Triple toe loop, double toe loop, double loop.
Well, an indication there of what Zuzana Sved is capable of. A difficult choice of music, but didn't she do the music justice? Beautiful choreography, some great technical content, and she should be pulling up.
And when you've got an injury, it can really hold you back. And when you come to a competition like that, there's a load of pressure just to keep going. Speaking to Surya Bonaly this morning, both her boots, after having problems with her Achilles tendons, both her boots are very, very heavily padded. And she's saying she hasn't been able to practice the toe jumps because it's just too painful. And I thought she showed so much courage, particularly on the salchow. I mean, missing it and then just doing it again. And there were some lovely points of choreography as well. But obviously the injuries just held her back here.
So the marks coming up, Every judge has her in first place in the free skating. First overall, Susanna Sved leading the competition at the moment, so she's pulled up above Vorobieva, Thivien.
5-2, 4-9.
Lots of length on the triple Lutz.
And that was the same result as in the short program.
Just a single axel rather than the double she had planned. All goes to plan now. There's 5 triples to come.
There's one of them, and there's another. Oh, what a pity. Triple toe, good effort.
Triple flip, lots of courage, looked like it had really rattled at that fall.
Well, that really was an excellent effort, because from a commentary position I could see the landing, and she landed completely sideways. Didn't get the full rotation, but hung on in there.
Good speed and nice coverage into the triple loop. Double looks. Great help from the crowd. Super triple Salchow. There's the double axel.
Well, make no mistake, Laetitia Hubert is back, and back with a vengeance. A few mistakes there. She may well have been wanting more, but bear in mind she's been off for 2 seasons, 2 knee operations. This is her first major international competition, and she held herself together well. She's done herself proud. One is winning the free at the moment. The Finnish judge there with a 5.6 for presentation. 4.9, 4.8 there from the Swiss judge for technical merit. Well, not a bad set of marks, and she looks happy. Well, back 2 years, this young lady won the bronze medal in these championships. She's in 7th place going into this free program. 20 years of age. From Kiev, this is Elena Liashenko from Ukraine.
Lots of speed. The triple Lutz first. Yes.
That was a magnificent Lutz. Double-footed landing there on the triple flip. She was a little bit wobbly actually on the mohawk on the way in. Just seemed to unnerve her slightly.
The triple Salchow, and she was getting tremendous speed with not a lot of steps going into that. Great power. On the triple toe loop, double toe loop. Double axel, double toe loop. She's packing in the content, trying to combine every element. Triple Salchow, just. Double axel on its own. Great stuff, and good to see her smiling. She's really had to fight back
after the disappointment of the short program yesterday, and she's done that very, very well indeed. Not dwelling on the past. A good, good program. She made heavy weather of those Salchows, but what a magnificent triple Lutz at the beginning of the program.
5-0, 5-1, 5-3.
Well, current ranking first. 4 judges have her first on the free, but in fact she's
5-4,
second
5-2, 5-2.
on the free, but first overall. Still Susanna Sved is leading the free skating.
5-5, 5-2.
But it's Elena Liashenko leads the competition.
5-5, 5-4, 5-4, 5-3.
There's a marvellous shot. Karen Gazer there just giving some words of encouragement and words of wisdom, I'm sure, to a young protege, 14 years of age. This is Eva-Maria Fitze from Germany, lying in 12th place.
Great start, triple toe loop. She's got the Lutz scheduled next. Just catching the free foot, the toe loop after it. Double axel fitting right on the end of that phase of the music. Flying on the Salchow, but still a good landing. The loop. And the axel double toe loop. She's skating great. Triple Lutz with a double toe loop on the end so late on in the program. Great technical content. Triple flip.
Great scenes here in Paris. 14 years of age. She's just about brought the house down. A lot of support here from Germany. The new German national champion in her first European Championships.
1-5-3.
Well, there we go. Good marks. She's pleased. She couldn't have expected an awful lot. Look at that. 5.7 for technical merit there from the Finnish judge.
5-4.
Down to 5.1. 4.7 for presentation from the Swedish judge. And a 4.9 there from Norway. 3 judges have her first on the free. She goes second overall. Still Sved leads the free. And in fact, Fitze is third on the free. Liashenko second. A lot of support here. I don't like it, but she'll settle for it. Now, a big, big moment for this lady. She came here expecting an awful lot more. Last year's bronze medalist, first in her qualification round. With an awful lot to do now, lying down in 9th place after the short. Now 24 years of age from Moscow. This is Marie Butyrskaya, representing Russia. Just picking something up off the ice. Good job she spotted it. And,
yeah, the odd sequin or bit of cloth that can stop the run of the blade. It's bad at the best of times, but if it happens at a critical time, like going into or coming out of a jump, it can be very, very dangerous.
this is very sensible, just taking her time to get her adrenaline level right. Her music, Malaguena.
Treble flip to start.
That was a cracker.
Looked hesitant, getting ready to go into the Lutz, not the confidence, and just doubled.
Just stayed down in the knee a little bit too long. Oh yes, triple loop.
combination. Double on the end.
Wonderful presentation as always. Just a mistake there on the triple Lutz, and she was so keyed up for this free program. Bitterly disappointed after the short program yesterday, and came out here really fighting hard. You could sense the tension at the beginning where she just took her time getting to a start position. I'm pleased for her. I'm pleased she skated well.
And she pulled out 5 triples within the program, and the start was so focused. She was really determined. But for me, just halfway through, 2/3 of the way through, that self-belief just seemed to go a little bit. The focus and the ability to put it over just wasn't quite there. And also the routine, when she's done other routines, she's really held you throughout it. She's got this tremendous look. One of the best looking ladies in the ice dance, but also the way that she can look and focus out to the audience and onto the judges. And somehow there was just something holding back that didn't put over that commitment in this routine.
I think probably the fact that things went so badly wrong for her yesterday. She must have been focusing so hard on the jumps not to let the mistakes creep in. At the end of the day, if you don't have the technical content, you're dead and buried anyway, and I think she obviously doesn't feel as confident as she would like to have been. Had we had a good performance yesterday, I think we'd have seen that charisma.
It's almost this aloofness, isn't it? It's this, you know, I want to be alone, I don't want to be interviewed and all that. That's what's made her stand out, that's what's made her attractive, and just, she had it at the start of this, and then halfway through it was a little bit like, I'm not 100% sure of this.
You can almost sense the pressure there, can't you? I think she's done well. It's not easy to come back when you've had a bad experience on the short, and to fight her way back today. She's done well.
And there was everything apart from the Lutz in there, and the Salchow didn't work in the qualifying rounds, and she pulled that one out, really got down and made it happen.
Just looking at that shot there, you can sense the concentration. Just didn't let go until that last bit, and then there was a look of relief on her face when it was all over.
And you have to admire her for coming out after being, you know, yesterday it was lousy, and today going out and doing it.
Well, 7 of the 9 judges have her first on the free skating. She leaps into the lead. 9th on the short. She's already pulled up at least 1 place. Good news for Butyrskaya.
5-6, 5-5, 5-8.
Expressive start, again loads of speed into the triple Lutz. Scheduled to be done in combination, but just didn't feel quite confident enough to put the second part of the jump in. Oh, is that a shame? Triple toe loop, double toe loop.
She's going for broke because Alessa Skater would never have got the double toe out at the end of that triple toe.
takeoff. 2 feet over-rotated on the landing. Double Salchow. Just a single axle, so then puts in the double axle.
Well, as always, marvellous expression, marvellous choreography. But the technical content just not there today. The self-belief wasn't there. A confidence dented after the short program. So I can tell you it's Butyrskaya that still leads the free and leads the competition overall. Jumps work. It's a beautifully choreographed program.
The crowd's on side to help.
Oh, well, that's such a pity going for the triple look. She gave it too much. Loads of height.
Now the loop. Triple loop, double loop.
Great combination.
Triple flip, perfect positioning on the music, and the choreography is excellent. Double axel. Not a lot of seconds of time into the triple toe loop. That's a shame. Over rotation on the toe loop. will she manage to pull it out? Laid on in the program, triple Salchow.
Dear me, bitter disappointment. She tried so hard, perhaps too hard. And I fear that any medal hope for Vanessa Gusmeroli has gone there in that free program. Susanna Sved still second on the free, down in 6th place. So there, the marks coming up, and that is tough to swallow. 3rd place overall, so Butyrskaya, Liashenko both move up a place. And Gusmeroli at this stage is 7th on the free, 3rd overall. Oh dear me. She's had terrible trouble with her Achilles tendons since last May, not recovered completely. Competed in a couple of competitions, St. Petersburg and a Pro-Am in Tokyo. Now, a real test of character. A lot of supporters, you'd imagine. Look at that. Surya Bonaly, now 23 years of age.
And you imagine having to go and do the jumps that you would normally practice again and again, but she hasn't been able to. She hasn't been able to do the toe jumps. Takes a load of courage. First, double Lutz, and then the triple toe loop. Triple loop, a little scrappy and not fast over the ice. More speed and length on that triple toe loop. Flip, that one of the problem jumps that she's had because of the injury. She didn't get enough elevation on that to make 3 turns. Double axel, double toe loop. So far, we haven't seen the energy and athleticism we normally see from Surya. Triple Salchow.
brave effort there from Surya Bonaly. You feel in your heart of hearts that perhaps she'd have been looking for a little bit more. I know that the French Federation were hoping for more from her in the short program. Didier Galhagier, the director of the French team, said that they'd expected a little bit more from a 5-time European champion. But she has been suffering terribly since last May with her Achilles tendons, and that is a terrible injury for any skater. So all credit to her for competing in the championships, and she's kept fighting and kept smiling right the way through the event.
And she did things like she took out the triple Lutz at the start. It was triple Lutz double toe, and she made it double Lutz, that being one of the jumps that really hurts, and then put the triple toe after it, but still didn't have quite the right takeoff position. But it really wasn't vintage Surya at all. She was, you know, so obviously below form from what we've seen, and still she can pull out some really strong technical stuff. But she's such a superb athlete. And normally we see the vivacity and getting the crowd going, but she just didn't have enough inside her to do it today.
No, certainly she hasn't got the fitness. Even with the injury, the physical fitness isn't there. She looks like a skater that hasn't spent enough time out on the training rink, going through the programs. It wasn't all second nature to her today, was it? She had to work very, very hard, and she certainly did that. And that's a heck of a combination for somebody with sore Achilles tendons, isn't it? Double Lutz, triple toe. Shame she didn't pull it off.
And I mean, she did the 2 triples in combination in the short, triple toe, and you know, she is such a superb gymnast, you know, former tumbling champion, and it's the tuck and the quickness in the air. People have said that she hasn't got the flow over the ice. It has developed over the years. On the loop, you can see how tightly she's pulling in to get the rotation. But compared to some of the other skaters, there wasn't the flow into that jump, so you didn't get the coverage over the ice, not the quality in it that we've seen in some of the others.
What a good shot, just seeing the effort put in, even to the spin at the end of the program.
First mark.
So where will the judges put her? And well, look at that. Her place marks on the free range from 9th to 4th. And she slots into 8th place, 9th overall on the free. She's dropped 3 places from where she was after the short program. Czech national champion competing in her 6th European Championships. This is Lenka Kulovana with Reflection of Passion.
Triples scheduled for this routine, just the toe loop and the Salchow, but an important start. 2 triple toe loops together. Yes, just on the second one. Be very important. Triple Salchow was scheduled there. Double flip.
Salchow. Double axel and lovely soft skating. Doubling out of that attempt in triple Salchow.
Well, I'm afraid any medal prospects or hopes that she had have gone now.
After it.
What a pity. She's beautiful to watch. Well, I'm looking down the list, and 10th overall, 11th on the free.
And she knew that was something like that was going to happen. And you just have to sit there. If you try and run away, they make you sit down on the couch and stay there.
Well, that is hard to swallow. Good presentation marks, but technically there's just nothing there for the judges to mark.
But to see Irina hobbling around, you're seeing a European champion who had the courage to go out there and skate through injury, and we didn't see it. Amazing.
Fantastic stuff. And there, disappointment for Vanessa Gusmeroli down in 6th place, but she'll be back, there's no doubt about that. She's come of age at these European Championships. The 5 times European champion, Surya Bonaly, down in 9th place, and that's the situation a little further down. Anna Reshnio, who had a torrid time in the free skating, drops to 13th place. 8th after the short, 14th on the free,